All right, we've all been there. You spend hours, maybe even days, editing what you think is a killer video. You hit publish, you're excited, and then crickets. Nothing. If your videos are just stuck at 0 views, you are definitely not alone. But what if the problem isn't your content at all? What if it's just a handful of hidden settings you didn't even know existed? Let's get into it. You know, this just says it all. The source for today's explainer, Felixy AI, really nails it here. This whole 0 view nightmare is usually caused by a few simple but totally critical mistakes that pretty much everyone makes when they first start out.
And this number, this is the one that just haunts every new creator. 0. 0 views, 0 watch time. It feels like you're shouting into the void, right? But here's the good news. There is a way out, and it starts with flipping a few switches in your settings.
So let's think about this a little differently. This isn't a your ideas are bad problem. It's a settings problem. It's like you've built this amazing race car, but you forgot to take the parking brake off.
This is the real question, isn't it? Because if you get even one of these so-called hidden settings wrong, you're basically telling the YouTube algorithm to just ignore you completely. So let's find those settings and flip the switch from invisible to visible.
Okay, first up, we're going to tackle 2 of the most important flags. Think of these as the main on and off switches for your channel's visibility. And trust me, if you get these wrong, the consequences are, well, they're massive.
Setting number 1, the Made for Kids designation. Now, unless you're actually making cartoons for toddlers, getting this wrong is, as the source puts it, like being kicked out of the cool party. It completely changes where and if your video gets shown.
And look at this, the difference is just night and day. Setting this to yes shoves your video onto the YouTube Kids platform. That means no recommendations, no homepage traffic, your video basically vanishes from the main site. But setting it to no, that's how you unlock your maximum potential reach. It's that critical.
The fix, thankfully, is super simple. Just pop into your YouTube studio, go to Settings, then click on Channel and Advanced. Right there, you'll see the option. Select No, set this channel as not made for kids. That is the first and maybe the most important domino to fall.
All right, next up is a newer one, the Altered Content flag. This is a big deal. If you get this one wrong, you run the risk of your video getting completely ghosted by the algorithm. It'll just stop showing it to people, period, because it's so wary of AI-generated stuff right now. I love this quote from the source because it's just so true. Clicking yes here is like raising a red flag to YouTube that your content might be fake or inauthentic, and the algorithm will just bury it. So unless you're actually faking a real-world event, the general rule is click no. So who really needs to be careful with this? Well, it's a huge deal for Shorts creators, for sure, but it also impacts long-form videos, especially you faceless channels out there using stock footage or AI voiceovers. The algorithm is watching these types of channels like a hawk. Okay, so we've talked about how to avoid getting penalized. Now let's switch gears and get proactive. The next 3 settings are all about building what we're going to call a binge-watching engine. This is the stuff the algorithm absolutely loves to see. The whole idea here is to create a content loop. Your goal isn't just to get one view on one video. Nope. The goal is to trap your viewer in your ecosystem, guiding them seamlessly from one video to the next. That's how you rack up that all-important session time. And the heart of this engine is a really good strategic playlist. So you're going to create a new playlist, give it a killer title that people actually want to click, load it up with your best, most related videos, and then put that link everywhere, in your description and in a pinned comment. Now listen up, because here's the ninja move that makes this so powerful. Don't just link to the playlist. Instead, go into one of the videos in that playlist, grab a shareable link that's timestamped, and use that link. This drops the viewer right into your binge sequence, and from there, YouTube starts automatically suggesting all the other videos from your playlist. It's genius. Let's keep building on that. You know how most people just throw a subscribe button on their end screen? We're going to be smarter. We're going to funnel them directly to the next video. So in your end screen editor, you're going to feature your strategic binge-watching playlist. It makes their next click an absolute no-brainer. But what about the people who click away early? That's where cards come in. You want to add a card that links to your playlist right around the 10-second mark. And please, use some good teaser text. Don't just say, check this out. Say something like, the secret trick is in this video. Pique their curiosity. And really, this is the difference, isn't it? The average creator just hopes for a subscriber. A pro creator builds an entire system to turn one view into 3 or 4 views. They use every single tool at their disposal to keep the viewer locked in, which is exactly what YouTube wants to see. So why are these 5 little settings so incredibly powerful? It's because they speak the algorithm's language. You're sending crystal clear signals to YouTube that your content is sticky.
And at the end of the day, these are the signals that matter most. The algorithm rewards stickiness, content that keeps people on YouTube. It rewards session time, getting people to watch multiple videos in a row. When you build this content loop, you're proving that your channel keeps viewers on the platform longer. And that is the single most powerful thing you can do to get your videos promoted.
And that's really the big takeaway here. Stop thinking of these as minor adjustments or little tweaks. They are the weapons that the biggest creators use to build momentum and to grow their channels. So the real question is, are you using your weapons effectively?